Brandon, just a thought or two about the kind of what's going through your head in that last sequence, when you hit the shot as the shot clock's winding down.
Coach in the timeout, he was trying to draw up a ball screen for the zone, and the first time he said it, but I went off it the wrong way, and then John Mark was supposed to say it the second time, but Timmy just said it. The guy sagged off. I was like, I'll take the shot. It was open, so went in.
Is it just went in?
It just went in. I mean, I was confident when I took a shot. I mean, like I said, the big guy was sagging off. I knew I probably couldn't get to the rim, so I was confident in myself just to take a shot.
What's going through your head? If you had a couple of chances to create a little separation there and miss a couple of free throws.
Yeah, I pretty much blew it for a while there, but that's why you got teammates like the guy next to me in order to pick you up. I don't know. I don't have an explanation for it other than just missed him. Yeah, Brandon's one of my favorite people right now. So.
Just the importance of getting a win this time of year, home crowd and everything, just last week leading into the tournament.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, you want to be playing your best basketball at the end of the year. Starting the spring workouts, your entire year is geared towards playing well at this time. And it's nice that our team seems to finally be coming together at the right time. And it was good that we bounced back from our poor performance up at VMI because we've been playing pretty well up until that point, and then just kind of had a blip on the radar. So it was good to get back to try basketball. I mean, we didn't play perfect by any stretch, but a win's a win.
Spur at both of you guys shot 56% in the game. Do they do that more time in the gym, or what was that?
Well, Quinn's a great shooter anyway, so he's going to shoot a high percentage every game. But, my main strength is getting to the basket. So whenever I see an opening, I just try to do that. I'll shoot a higher percentage when I'm in the lane. So.
What did you guys do better against Moore in the second half? I think he had 18, 19 or something at the half. He finishes with 25.
I just think Kendricks is a great defender. He's one of the best defenders in our league, and he just does a great job on him. And he had 16 in the first half, and Ken knew he had to clamp down. And Matt also does a good job. He has good size, so I just credit to those guys really.
What challenges or what problems did Hofstra present for you guys tonight?
First half, we killed ourselves, mainly with turnovers and then not rebounding the ball. I mean, they're a good rebounding team, but we did not put forth the effort that we needed to keep them off the glass and keep them from getting second chance points. And so, but they're a talented team. I mean, despite their record, just like we feel, we're a good team. We know that they're a good team, and they've been in a lot of close games this year that could have gone either way. So we didn't underestimate them by any stretch.
Well, nice to win. Nice to win. It was a hard-fought game. We could have made it a lot easier on ourselves down the stretch, but the important thing is the team that's had a lot of tough breaks this year found a way to win, and it's really important right now. Anybody have questions?
Just talk about what you drew up in the sequence that ended with after the timeout where Brandon hit the three.
Well, it's exactly like I drew it up right there. No, we did, Dave. Excuse me for being punchy, but we had a man playing his own play, and we included the ball screen option for Brandon or Marcus, depending on who had the ball at the time, and really had talked a little bit more about Brandon using his ability to penetrate, but they switched their 5-man on him, and he made the right decision, and that was he had plenty of space and he had plenty of time to shoot the ball. So. Really big shot for a young guy. He struggled a little bit tonight at times, so with turnovers and free throws, but stepped up and made a huge play for his team.
What was the biggest difference in tonight's win and loss at VMI?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'll enjoy this win. I don't want to go backwards. I really don't. I mean, we played a little, maybe a little better defensively at times. Both games, one of the things that hurt us was the turnovers that led to transition baskets. But, I'm just going to enjoy tonight and not go backwards on that one, really. One of the neat things for Brandon, too, and he probably didn't bring it up, but Brandon lost his father right before the season this year, and today was his father's birthday. And got to help maybe think he guided that ball in there for him a little bit.
Did you guys do anything differently against Moore, or try to do anything differently against him in the second half, especially only wound up with like one field goal?
Well, we stopped fouling. It was probably one of the bigger things. I felt like I don't know how many free throws he did shoot, but 12 free throws. I'd say probably 2/3 or 3/4 of those came in the first half of the ball game. But the game was called incredibly tight the first half, and I thought we did a better job not fouling him. We did allow some off the ball screens, a little bit more switching on that. And we played a little bit more zone too. We mixed in a little bit more zone in that second half.
How important, you're saying the win was very important and it feels good for right now. Where do you feel on the confidence level of this team right now with that win, being able to carry with the tournament approaching?
It's an important win for us, no doubt about it. This wasn't a great game. I mean, we didn't play great, but I'd say the Northeastern game we played extremely well. Drexel we played extremely well. I'm not real pleased with our VMI game, but there's 3 out of 4 that have been pretty good, for a team that's been through a lot this year. So it's important to be playing well right now, and it's important for this team to taste success and to taste that win. I mean, if I'm completely honest, we made a lot of plays down the stretch that could have iced the ball game for us, or we did make a lot of plays. And the truth is, when you haven't won a lot of games, winning's hard. It's really tough. And you'll never see Quinn McDowell miss 3 or 4 free throws like that. He hasn't done that in his career, but the important thing is that he led us defensively, and the team found a way to win it. And that's really important for this team.
Given the foul trouble, especially to Rusthoven tonight, the importance of the minutes and the production you got from John Mark?
Huge. I mean, it might have been the most important factor in the game. And, I said this on the radio a minute ago. I think it gives people an indication of what we've been missing for the last 27, 28 games, however many we played. But, he's finally getting in a little bit of better shape, and it's not his fault. Right. When you miss 3 months of the season and you can't get on a treadmill, his injury was such you can't do anything conditioning-wise. He's pretty strong in the upper body because he could lift weights. But, when he came back last week, he was limited to 30, 40 minutes of practice and 2 minutes on the floor, and he could hardly breathe. And so he really helped our team immensely tonight.
The time weights didn't seem to have affected his trigger much.
No, he doesn't shoot it enough sometimes for me. I thought he passed up a couple, screen and pop opportunities today. But, maybe as important as the shots was the fact that he had 3 assists and 5 rebounds. He's strong enough to affect the game in other ways. And just really, really a neat moment for him and all of us to see him back on the floor. We missed him immensely. I can't think of a more difficult thing for a senior to go through than the year he's had. And to come back at this point and be a contributor is really a neat. I really don't think he'd play the rest of the year. So it's all a bonus for us right now. And neat to see him a part of things.
Speaking of that foul trouble, what does that really say about the depth of your bench going into the tournament?
Well, we got some good things out of a lot of people. I thought Julian Boatner came in and played some really good minutes for us. Obviously, John Mark did. Marcus Thornton came off the bench, but played really well tonight. His points weren't as high as some nights, but I thought how he helped his teammates win in so many ways was really important tonight. I think he only had 9 points, but he really impacted the game in a lot of ways. So it's good, a defensive game as he's played probably. And it really hurt not having Matt Rum on the floor. It really hurt not having Tim on the floor. But I really think they need to throw the verticality rule out. It's maybe called the Tim Rustover rule or something. But, amazing fouls he gets.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
can start with the statement.
You know, a lot of credit to William and Mary tonight. I thought their kids played tremendously hard, shot the ball really well, made a couple big plays when they needed to. You know, proud of our team for hanging in there. I think we had 3 or 4 chances to tie the game. At least maybe even to, I don't know. I mean, I think we had 4 plays right around the basket to tie the game, and a couple chances to go ahead, and just couldn't get a shot to fall. And then had a little bit of a defensive breakdown in the last couple seconds there that led to that 3. You know, but you know, I want to give William and Mary a lot of credit, and Tony. You know, I know their team's record doesn't indicate how good they are, but their kids play really hard, and you know, a lot of credit to them.
Why don't you think you're able to execute on those the aforementioned 4 plays, 4 sequences?
You know, I don't know. I mean, you know, Case, I mean, it's one of those years where, you know, I mean, we had, layups, you know, plays around the basket. Mike Moore had a driving layup, got the offensive rebound, tried to put it back in. I think Musa had a missed dunk, didn't go in, got the rebound, tried again. You know, just one of those years. And then we, you know, got 3 blocked in the corner by Mejia, had an open 3 by Shemai. They just, you know, just shots didn't go in. Now, you know, whether we're a little tired or end of the game or just aren't able to execute, you know, you have to make those shots to win on the road.
How much did the game change once Musa Kone fouled out?
Changed. I thought he did a great job. You know, I thought he gave us a great presence. You know, we switched and did some different things on defense there at the end because they were really, you know, they were really carving us up, and we were struggling with what they were doing. And you know, I thought Musa gave us a great energy.
Was that kind of an adjustment you thought you had to make mid-game? Because I remember talking before you were cautious about putting Stephen Wacconi there.
Yeah, we did. We ended up going with a little quicker lineup. You know, it's a tough game for Stephen. Rustover moves so well, you know, around the basket and stuff. And we obviously had a couple of defensive breakdowns tonight.
That last play on the Britt 3, what happened?
You know, Mike needed to go over the top of the screen there and didn't. You know, in the huddle, we emphasized no 3s. You know, if they make it 2, we still have a chance to tie the game. Let's not give up any 3s. We got to, you know, fight over any ball screens. And you know, Mike went underneath and Britt hit a tough shot.
Do you think that the tough losses like this, obviously, it's become a recurring trend? Do you think it's a more execution, fatigue? What do you think it is that's kind of been the overriding factor?
You know, I think it's one of those years. You know, I'm certainly only in, you know, year 2 of my coaching career, and this has been a challenging couple months for us because it has been a reoccurring theme. I mean, we're in every game, you know, right down the stretch, and we just haven't been able to win or make a big play. And sometimes, you know, for example, we win at James Madison, we make 2 big plays at the end of the game. Didn't make those tonight.
Did they do anything differently defensively against Mike in the second half?
Well, you know what they did at the end of the game? They just didn't try to deny him the ball and force somebody else to make a shot. And we got a couple other good looks, you know, and we just weren't able to execute them. And I thought, you know, when them chasing Mike around, we were able to get a couple offensive rebounds too. And again, we just weren't able to convert. You know, and again, you know, so to their credit, it worked, I guess.
At one point, William and Mary was 9 of 14 from the 3-point line. What happened in the second half? How did you change your defense so slowly?
Yeah, we started switching everything and trying to, you know, fire out to the 3-point guys, and you know, they got some comfortable shots early on and really got going. You know, they're the type of team, and I said this to our team earlier, if you let them get comfortable, they're as good as any team we're going to play in our league. They can shoot, they can pass, they know how to play, and they're very well coached, and we let them get comfortable tonight.